Hello, hello again. We are back. We are back. I am back, y'all. Hey, Miss Faith. She says good evening. Hey, y'all, come on up in here. We ain't gonna be 2 hours this time. We ain't gonna be 2 hours this time, but yes, come on in, come in, come in. Hey, Aunt Natty, how are you feeling today? Happy Sunday to you. Hello, everybody, again, and welcome, 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 welcome. Thank y'all for popping in. Greatly appreciate y'all. If you're over there in the bushes, come on in, hit the like, share, and subscribe button, or whatever. But yes, y'all come in. So I want to get George Foreman out, do little article that I saw of him, and then y'all, I want to get into this. Lord Wanda, you in trouble. Y'all, she gonna be in trouble for real. Poor thing. Ooh, no mercy. In the words of Funky Dineva, I don't feel no ways tied for her at all, y'all. I do not. So anyway. But yes, y'all. This is the little article that I ran across for George Foreman. It says George Foreman's 12 children and 15 grandchildren and huge net worth after death at 76 years old. It says his net worth is 300 million. 300 million, y'all. Hey, Miss Carla. Um, 300 million passed away, leaving behind a large family and extraordinary boxing legacy. Foreman tragically died at the age of 76 on Friday. Tributes have been flooding in from the global community, honoring the legendary two-time heavyweight champion and Olympic gold medalist. It says, Foreman led an exceptional life and career both inside and outside of the ring. Foreman became a Christian minister in Texas and a multimillionaire entrepreneur with the successful launch of the George Foreman Grill. Everybody got one of them. Everybody got a George Foreman somewhere. Everybody got a George Foreman Grill. Foreman's professional career boosts 76 wins and 5 losses, indicating against Muhammad Ali in the notorious Rumble in the Jungle, amassing a net worth of $5 million. At his peak, he was indicated into the World Boxing Hall of Fame and International Boxing Hall of Fame. So I thought that was an amazing article, y'all. George Foreman lived an amazing life, lots of times when people go in them boxing rings and stuff like that, y'all, it's that head trauma and all that stuff they can get behind that. So, God has blessed him. He lived in a, like they said, an extraordinary life. I just hope they got that wheel set up for all these here, for the children and the grandchildren. I hope it's set up to who's gonna get what and where they're supposed to go and all of that stuff because they don't need to be doing all this fussing and carrying on. Um, it seems like it's more than enough to share amongst everybody. So yeah, keeping the family in prayers. Lots of prayers for the family. Um, what a loss is all I know to say, y'all. What a loss. But I Miss Carla. We was in here earlier this morning, and we was talking a little bit about the show enough the truck lady. Now, Miss Carla, she in trouble. That's all I know to tell y'all. She in trouble, y'all. If it do not be tonight or by tomorrow, we gonna know it's fake, for real. But why cause she trying to set that boy up, y'all? Why was she trying to set him up? That ain't nice. Ooh, whew. All I know, y'all, these YouTube streets is getting about ready to get real messy again. I tell you, go 2 or 3 days and it's calmed down a little bit. Then next thing you know, it's in full blast all over again. But Lord, y'all, Wanda, what is you thinking, y'all? Mm. Wanda know this boy gonna drag her for a fifth, y'all. Is she ready for this? Y'all, I don't know if she ready. But he gonna come get her. Y'all, why she want him to why she Lord have mercy. She called herself doing payback to him for Kiki, God rest her soul. Is that what she was trying to do? I needs to know, y'all. What in the world? Lord, him and Piano T. I think they're gonna join forces, y'all. They're getting ready to probably destroy Wanda. See, that's like I'm tell y'all, everybody grinning your face ain't your friends. Now Wanda got to figure out what these folks gonna come out here on this good YouTube street and tell on her. Y'all, I think they're getting ready to just open fire on her. She might have made a joke the other day, Friday, talking about Friday night, just got fired. If you didn't get fired on that Friday, Wanda, it's probably soon to be coming up when they get through with you. Cause I'm telling y'all, they getting ready to, they're gonna tell all the business, y'all. Anything that she shared with them, all this here fugazi mess they were doing out there, um, ganging up and all this stuff, man, I'm be right here for it, y'all. I'm be waiting on it. I am gonna be sitting right there waiting for the tea, the gossip. And then they said that the Wanda said she ain't never liked him. Really. She said that she just was liking him cause of Marcella. They Aunt Natty, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling all right. Tired. I was busy yesterday, all day.
You was busy. What you had going on?
Well, we had our career conference for Mary Kay celebration yesterday. And
Mm-hmm.
then last night, my sister was honored for community service. And I
Oh.
went to that. Then I got up and went to church this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was tired.
Yeah, you have been busy. How your jaw feeling? Your jaw coming along good?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's good.
Look
Feel
like
good
it's
not to go up in that place, don't it?
a girl. Look. Just knowing I ain't got to go next week. And look, two people told me about two clerical jobs that I'm going to go check out tomorrow.
Look at it.
I said, look at God. He said, if
Mm-hmm.
you make one step, I'll make two.
God
You
knows
keep
that's what he
praying for
said.
a better job, but you ain't closed the door here yet. You close the door and I'll open up another one.
Mm-hmm. That part right there. Aunt
But
Natty, Wanda in trouble.
I missed the one that's saying that she had set him up. What she say that at on her Instagram live?
I've been catching it here and there, but evidently it had to have been. I didn't hear. Did I listen to the whole live completely the other night? I don't think I did. So it could have been up
I
there.
can't listen to her too long.
Yeah, you can only do so much. So
But
yeah.
I believe it. I believe it because that's the type of person she is. And I believe he gonna drag her by that new bomb she got. I believe he gonna drag every strand of hair out of her head.
Not
And
every
guess
strain.
what? She deserve it because did nobody do your niece no worse than you and your daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Your
Mm-hmm.
daughter said she was unalive to her about a week before or 2 weeks that it happened.
That it
You
happened.
said
Mm-hmm.
she was supposed to been unalive before birth. She was never supposed to be here.
God knows
So
that's what
how
you
you gonna
said.
talk about how if I'm dogging my niece out, I can't get mad at nobody else for dogging her.
On the internet at that. I mean, it was
But
would be a
folks,
different
when
story
she
if it was
and
her
let me tell you,
kissing.
they keep saying Mel, midnight train to Georgia brought her to the show to fight Kimmy for her.
Mm-hmm.
Now we ain't gonna get this. Everybody, Mel brought on the show. She wouldn't have been on. Baby, she had already been on that show.
Mm-hmm.
Don't and like she said, y'all wanted her to come on and to go against Mel. And when she
Mm-hmm.
didn't go against Mel, that's when y'all got mad.
Yep. That part right there.
So let's keep it a buck. Let's call it what it is.
But it's just amazing how they can catch jamnesia on stuff like that.
No, they just want to leave that shit out. I don't usually listen to him, but every drag session he done did on her, I done
Mm-hmm.
went back and watched the replay. I don't give him no views. I go back and watch the replay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Lord, all I know she in trouble.
I heard her say she called Piano Chief and Piano Chief hung up on her. I said, oh,
She said click. She did, and she used somebody else's phone while she was trying to get her up there. And then when she heard her voice, she said click.
Uh-huh.
I said, oh, I think they mad for real, Aunt Natty.
I told you in the beginning it wasn't fake, didn't I? I said that's
Yeah.
just the type of people that she is.
All I know, if he don't drag her for filth now, if he don't drag her for filth, Aunt Natty, it's fake. Like
Oh,
he
he
went
gonna
after Mel,
drag.
and Mel
He,
didn't do nothing to him.
now, he might not drag her tonight, and he might not drag her tomorrow night. Cause when he drag her, he getting ready for the big payback, baby.
Mm, mm,
He getting ready for the big.
mm.
I'm telling you, it's gonna
Lord,
be ugly though.
they saying he's setting it up as we speak.
Oh, he might come on while we talking.
Girl, he might. Especially all the people, all the CCs talking about Wanda try to set the blogger up. He gonna know they talking about him. He gonna go, ooh, she in trouble. She in trouble. That's all I know. Hey, sexy Diva. She said the wildebeest out here lying again. 2 weeks to come up with that lie.
I believe because she kept saying she wanted me there, and on that tape she told him to be there at 3 o'clock. She knew that was what time that midnight libido and dust mite was gonna get there.
Yes.
I said then that was a setup. I told you that. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
gonna learn to listen to me.
But sexy Diva, was this on her Friday live that she did? Because I didn't listen to it to the end. So I think I missed that part. But he gonna get her. He gonna get her now.
Oh yeah,
Lord, they finna unnatted. That potato finna be drugged up and all up and down these streets.
baby. Best month, best month, and that big best potato look worse than that big best burger. Girl, ain't no way in hell. What she did, she dug all the potato out of them hoes. That's when he couldn't find no potato.
And stuffed all that mess in it.
She not selling, but the only baked potato is that original potato. The rest of my potato hulls is stuffed potato hulls. And I would pay $22. Girl, I would first of all, ooh, you got mac and cheese with all that other shit. Girl, bye.
Sexy said she wanted him to go after Dusty and Vito. I think she said last night on a CC channel. Oh, see, that's where I missed it at. Faye says, "Hi, Natty. How are you feel? How is your jaw feeling?"
They feeling much better. I can eat, baby. That's the main thing. I can eat.
When that jaw got to feeling much better, what was the first thing that you had to eat?
I had me a nice T-bone steak with a baked potato salad. I cooked it at home.
Mm, 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 mm,
That's what I've been craving, baby.
mm. I did skim through a little while ago, and I ran across this other I guess you could call it a moth as well, and it was doing some. I can't listen at that either. I left. But speaking more or less of why the people can't get along and all that kind of stuff. So it is what it is. These folks is not gonna be satisfied until they destroy everything they got, and they're gonna end up with not even a penny in their pocket.
Baby, but I'm gonna tell you something. She better thank her lucky stars, cause he is not a member of that cast. And if
Mm-hmm.
she had a got him now, and a fight had a broke out, and he had a got hurt, Kingdom Reign, Kingdom Reign and all would have been out of the baby. Do you hear me? He would have never had to work another day in his life.
Mm. Yeah.
He was
Sexy said it's a CC I heard was trying to get her MC back, friends, but it didn't go good. And Wildebeest said that about LGB. Ooh, mm, mm, mm. But yeah, she was saying down there in Bessemer, and you don't hear nothing really good about down there. Never been, don't want to go. But something tragic could have happened, and she's setting up such foolishness as that. She'll be shaming herself. Too old for that.
Yeah, because like I say, she invited him to that set. He
Yep.
is not a cast member. And if a fight had a broke out, baby, if one of them had a swung at me, the air from him, I'd have hit that ground, and the paramedic couldn't have touched me. Everywhere they taught, I'd have been hollering, honey.
You wouldn't have fell on the ground, would you?
I'd have fell on the ground from the wind.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. And then too, I hear something about she supposed to do an interview with Carl Lucifer.
Well, you know, she been on his night. I believe it Monday night, baby. I
Mm.
believe it. I don't put nothing. Them demons have nothing else to do. Mel is gone. They have nothing else to do. What did I tell you they was gonna do? What did I tell you them snakes was gonna do?
Turn on each other.
Devour each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
I told you that. And it is coming to pass. Everything I told you. See, you done
So,
lived long enough. You ain't nothing that's happening I ain't saw before. Okay?
mm-hmm.
When you get a bunch of people that get together because of they dislike for one another, a bunch of hellcats that like to keep up hell,
Mm-hmm.
when that supply gone, they still need something to feed off of.
Mm-hmm.
Like Martell.
Mm-hmm.
So they ain't got her to feed off of no more. So what do? They feed off each other.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna eat each other up, baby. And let me tell you something. If they do come back,
Mm-hmm.
if you notice the way Kimmy looked, when
Mm-hmm.
Tisha said she was the one told about what went on in that limo,
Yeah.
they gonna fall out too.
They got that they been fell out from season one. That was just a pretend. They
Well,
was pretending to be getting along.
and this time I don't think Vanilla gonna make Libido make friends with her no more. Cause they scared she gonna tell something on them now.
Mm. Mm,
Cause
mm, mm.
mom run too much. Loose lips sink ships.
Yeah, but I think that phone call was to try to get Piano on her side, but Piano's not budging. She ain't budging. She ain't
It,
fooling with her.
as low down and dirty as Piano done played in these YouTube streets for years, I think when she realized there was a setup that could have got somebody hurt, she
Yeah.
just run her mouth. I think
Mm.
she realized that they had went a little that wildebeest had went a little too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's what it boiled down to.
So it was all for a moment for her filming time instead of the truck.
They
God.
say she was trying that she wanted her family to confront him about what he said about Kiki and Midnight Train to Georgia.
Mm.
She wanted them to confront him on camera about that. Well, she wanted them to confront him in person. When she told him to talk his shit,
Yeah.
in other words, she was saying all that shit you been talking on YouTube, I want you to say it to their face. In other words,
Ooh.
she was daring him to say stuff, and he didn't realize what she was saying. But since it's all coming out, I'm putting two and two together. When she said, "Yeah, I want you there, and I want you to talk your shit," just saying
Mm.
you can talk shit on your YouTube. I'm gonna see if you gonna talk it to their face.
Oh, she was trying to see if he was really about it.
Uh huh.
Ooh. Mm, mm. Well, we're gonna sit back with our popcorn and watch the movie. All I know, that's all we can do,
Give me some cheese, some crackers, some strawberries, some olives, some summer sausage. Cut it up real nice. Make me a charcuterie board. Give me a nice glass of wine and watch the fireworks, baby.
y'all. Mm. Lord that mercy, they got a mess going. Well, I'm gonna see if Tisha gonna come out and rescue her, like she always trying to run the Tisha's rescue. Let me see if Tisha gonna come out.
Uh-uh. If this come out and say, if Midnight come out and say anything, I'm gonna jump right on her line. That mean I ain't unfollow her yet. I'm gonna say, oh, now you can come out, but when your mama talking shit about other people, you sit there with your damn tramp clothes. Baby, I ain't scared to say what I say to none of them.
It ain't the point of being scared of that. Just as soon as you put it out there, they gonna go ahead and block you. So, mm,
I don't care. I've been blocked by worse look. Wildebeest been done blocked me.
mm, 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 mm,
Bishop Lamar Whitehead. You remember them talking about him?
mm-hmm,
Bishop Lamar blocked me. Cause I told him he got his license online for $9.99. I went to the site and saw where he bought them at. And ain't no God in his mess. He blocked me.
mm-mm,
I didn't. You think I care?
mm-mm. No, not at all.
You better
Mm.
ask somebody that really care.
Lord, I netted they finna tell out everything from the Rudy to the Tootie. All of it gonna drop out of here.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm. But I tell you, when it all fall out, ain't no need for nobody to be surprised or nothing like that. I'm shocked because that's how they is.
The shit finna hit the fan, as the old folks used to say, baby.
She makes me sick though. Who she think Tisha is? Who does she think Tisha is that can't? Oh,
But she can talk about everybody else, but can't nobody talk about Midnight Train. Oh, baby. She now, much as I talk about her, she didn't block me. I'ma tell you when she blocked me. When they went on that girl trip
mm-hmm,
and she came back and she was talking about them rooms.
mm-hmm.
I was calling her thick tongue then. That's before I heard about the midnight train to Georgia. I say, I don't know what thick tongue was complaining about. Thick tongue Keisha. You could fit our whole house in that room Mel put her in. She
Mm-hmm.
should have been
Mm-hmm.
glad. I said they got money. How come she didn't call Shark Teeth and tell him to send us some money to get a hotel? Oh, that's right. They really ain't got none, huh?
Mm,
Come on.
mm,
Oh no. Whoever her daddy is, you blocked. And the bitch blocked me.
uh,
But guess what? Ain't
mm.
somebody really give a damn.
Miss Maria says, "Good Sunday afternoon, y'all. Hey, Miss Maria. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Poor one. Mm. That's what you get, Wanda. That's what you get. Would not stop. See, they don't know when to stop. They always go too far.
Yeah.
Goes too far. But Annette, for some odd reason, that dude did say that he was talking to his friend down there in Bessemer that was a police officer or something like that. I
Uh-huh.
don't. So do you think he felt like they were trying to set him up then?
I don't know. But see, sometimes God gives you good feelings. And when he said he had a bad feeling,
Yeah,
that meant he shouldn't have went.
yeah.
And in a way, I'm glad Marcus Lamb did make him leave. So, I still got some God in me. I don't like him, but I
Hmm.
ain't want him to physically get hurt either, cause that could have turned out real bad.
Yeah, it could have.
Cause
It could have.
Maurice and Mark and cause they ain't gonna fight 1-on-1. They scared of Martell. They might have tried him though. They could have double teamed that man and hurt him.
Yeah.
But if he was down there clowning like she said, Rebecca would have called the police, so I know that's a lie.
Hey, Miss Cheryl, welcome. She says, "Hello, lady. Seattle is here. Hey, Seattle." Yeah. She be thinking that stuff is funny, but then just as soon as somebody get hurt real bad, behind her foolishness, it's gonna be too late. Miss Maria says, "I wish for them what they wish for others." Yeah, that part right there. That part. Hmm. But
But
I
see,
got a feeling that her
I'm
him and
still trying
Pianity.
to make it in heaven.
Yeah, I just feel him and Piano Chief, they finna come up with something that's gonna blow the internet up. He gonna get more subscribers than ever. Cause you know how he do. They gonna split it up amongst each other. Hmm.
I want him to drag her till them finger waves come back and he drag them out too.
Not till the finger waves.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I want to drag her that she stopped wearing them ran over kitten heels.
Lord, ain't no telling who she probably had around the corner waiting for him. And that's why she said he came too early. She told him you came too early.
Yeah, because you know Uncle Bernard, I could ride around with a chopper now.
Mm-hmm.
Cousin Bernard, T-Man dad. See, I
Mm-hmm.
said that one. I've been saying,
Not
tell
to
the
the
truth, your
T-Man daddy.
cousin T-Man daddy.
Mm.
That's why he was slow like that.
Miss Maria said, how is it that it took 1 to 2 weeks to come up with that lie?
Cause she's slow.
Mm. Because she know they're gonna drag her. That's what it is. She know they're gonna drag her and is. That part right there.
And I can't wait.
Mm,
Just as long
mm.
as she drug mail, I want them to drag her.
That see, that's what I'm waiting for.
I want him to drag her that she don't want no more monkey shoulder. How about that?
Mm, 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 mm. Well, like she said, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I'm
it
just sitting around waiting for them to tell all the stuff she had or wanted people to do pertaining to, Mel and her family, because you know it's coming.
baby, let me tell you something. Stormy was giving him $4.99 to talk about mail.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Marcella was paying that other woman or not. But now, because Marcella won't talk to her no more, she mad at Miss Unfort, Miss Mouse.
Mm.
About she called one of my other real friends. And she told her, don't call me. You done got enough shit started on the other side. Now, if you hadn't been running your mouth, it wouldn't have been nothing to start.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Mm. What they say, shame on them.
Because, see, first of all, I'm different from Marcella and a lot of people. Because if somebody called me and said, girl, I just got through talking to G, and she told me this, that about you, I'm going to say, okay. And what did you say while she was saying that? Hmm? What was you saying? I'm going to ask you. Was
Mm-hmm.
you defending me or was you partaking in that line of conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether you lied to me or not, I want to know. What was you saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Because
you
she
could lie to me and say, girl, I told G that no, she can't talk about you to me. You might lie to me and I might believe it till I find out different.
mm-hmm.
Or you can say, girl, I didn't say nothing, I just listened. Well, you ain't my friend then. Because you should have been defending me, especially if you know it's a lie.
Mm-hmm. That
But
part. Hey,
nine
Miss
times
Rabbit's
out of
Ronnie.
10, if she felt confident enough to call you on 4 occasions to talk about me, you was talking about me with her. She wouldn't have called you back after that first time.
Mm-hmm. Miss Maria says, and why does she feel comfortable enough to drag me to you? Apparently, there had to have been other conversations.
Ain't that what I just said?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And if I hadn't made her feel comfortable, even if she tried it the first time, I'd have made her feel so uncomfortable. But first of all, I'm loyal to a fault till you cross me.
Mm-hmm.
Once you cross me, I can walk by you, step over your feet, and act like you don't even exist on this planet.
That part right there.
I'm a Taurus through and through on the cups of a Gemini. And you don't know, you might get to good me tomorrow and the day and tomorrow. I look at you and like, bitch, who is you? Hey,
Mm.
okay.
Lord. Mm. It just looked like it's gonna be him and Marcel and I guess his aunties against all the rest of them or whatever. But
Well, not the way she was talking on the one where she had the cute little bar. Her and Miss Mouth ain't talking no more. She mad
mm,
at Miss Mouth because Miss Mouth told, cause of something Miss Mouth said, Miss Malta calls her the friendship. Marcella should have called her. No, when you called Marcella and told her Miss Moss was talking about her, you should have told her what you said right then.
Mm-hmm. 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 Hey, Miss Sonya. Girl, they were putting out all the business. I did hear Piano saying something about her child. They was putting out about what her son had going on and all that stuff. I said, boy, you have to be careful when you be talking to people.
Oh, I gotta go back. I've been missing. Cause like I say, we had our year end celebration, so I've been getting ready for that last week. I come home with 6 awards. Well, really seven. 2 gifts. I got $100 money fan. I got a fan made out of $100. You know that ain't real.
Oh, that's
Not
nice.
real.
Mm, mm. But yeah, I think it was one day last week I heard her say that about her son and whatever. But um, they ain't nobody off limits at this point. They talking about any and everybody.
I,
Um,
so Wildebeest was talking about Marcella's son.
hmm She
Okay.
had to tell the month, I guess, about what her son was going through, and
Mm.
she didn't like it.
No, cause what she did say on one of my listen to, she'll tell it now cause it's out. Her son was battling a drug addiction.
Mm-hmm.
But when you confide in your friend that you don't want her telling everybody, you would have told everybody.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, why would that even be in your conversation? I mean, why? For what?
Cause that's what y'all thought y'all trying to put these conversations with people who have common sense, decent etiquette, morals. Y'all got to look at the source. I'm not surprised.
Mm.
She slipped up and said Tisha ass was stinking after she got that BBL. She had to take care of her.
Yeah, you're right. If she put that out there, and she was the one that put it out there, there's no limit to where she would go. She gonna
If
say
she cared
anything.
about her own, what's it?
Yeah. Mm. Well, the girls are fighting. All I know, the girls are fighting.
Let them fight.
Mm.
Oh, I'm sorry for chewing in y'all ear, but I guess that last steroid is working its way through. I am so hungry.
I know what you eat. You eating some rabbit.
No, ma'am, some fry, and I like my okra crisp. I fried me some okra. I deep fried me some okra, and I put in the air fry me a smoked pork chop.
Mm.
I love my smoked pork chops. They taste like ham.
Mm.
You never had them?
No, never had no smoked pork chop.
Try 'em. You, baby, they are so good.
Mm. Martell gonna be saying he ain't got to say too much now, 'cause them folk gonna finna tell everything out there.
Well, look, Martell better be trying to get him some money because word done got around Huntsville. He don't pay attorneys, so he gonna have a hard time finding one when he find this one.
Oh man, when evidently on that he must be already got another one because he filed that other motion.
Hell, y'all, you remember one attorney? He got mad about the bill and started throwing chairs. He like to throw chairs.
Yeah. Everywhere he goes, it seems like he got to pick up a chair and throw it. Somebody ought to pick that same chair up and throw it right back at him.
And you know what? I think he's on the spectrum. The same guy that hit me when
Hmm.
I got to work Friday, because he used to go to the workshop. They have two different programs. One in a little neighboring town where they have a workshop,
Hmm.
and another one here. They just called it the day program. He was going to the workshop. They said when he got there Thursday morning, before the van that dropped him out could get out and win about 5 or 10 minutes, he walked in the classroom and just started throwing chairs at people. They called him back and said, "Come get him. He can't stay here."
Mm. Mm.
Martell act like what that client I got. I'm serious. He need that disability. He need that SSI check.
Mm.
He just won't go get it diagnosed.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe
He
the
got.
next time he'll go there first.
He need an IUP.
Mm-hmm. 504 and all of that. Rabbit says that Aunt Natty, I've had smoked pork chops, and you're right. They taste like ham. I love them with grits. Mm. Miss Maria says, no, we'll probably get an attorney from Tennessee or Georgia, maybe MS. Miss Maria, he ain't gonna go that far to get no attorney, is he?
Baby, them attorneys talk. They know he ain't gonna pay.
Mm. Miss Faith said they were not real friends. Evidently, they want for Wanda to. Well, I'm gonna say Wanda because she that type of person. She always got somebody business in her bosom and know everything. So
But you know
she,
what?
she gonna deserve whatever they put out on her right at this point.
I'm gonna tell you something. Marcella, I believe Marcella thought they was real friends.
I do
Cause
too. I
Marcella
really
has
do.
went to several of her birthday parties.
Mm-hmm.
Marcella done been down the basement several times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She
And when
did. She
she
went to
went to
Black.
Virginia, Marcella let her stay in the house around her.
Mm-hmm.
He might have a wood leg, but I bet that third leg work out right and she just would wander around.
And she said when she came, she didn't have to do a thing. She said her husband really cared a lot about her too. See,
Uh,
that's another one done messed up a good friendship. They don't know good people when they see them because they so used to the evil ones.
See, people like Wanda, when you are creating mess,
Mm-hmm.
they bonded first off. But see, when it first started, Marcella didn't really turn against me until she became friends with Wanda.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Funky Dineva didn't turn against her till he started going down till Carlos got to him.
Mm-hmm.
All these people, all of a sudden, when they start hanging around certain people, they turn.
Mm. Yeah,
All
that
they
is
tell
true.
me is you don't have a mind of your own.
Say that louder. Say that again for the people
Because
in the
I
back.
can be friends with you and I can be friends with somebody else. I
Mm-hmm.
don't talk about them to you. I don't let them talk about you to me. I don't talk about you to them, and I don't let you talk about them to me.
That part.
But I unless they do something to me, I don't let you sway me either.
Right.
That's being grown up and adult. That's called adulting.
Ooh, I
Let
might
me
as
let
well
me
shut
give
this
y'all
live
a
down. You just gave
one-on-one
the word.
class in being an adult.
I might as well shut it down. You just gave the word for this afternoon. Miss Maria says, let me get this straight. Nard can likely get an SSDI check if he would just go get the evaluation.
Yes,
Yet he
ma'am.
won't. Hustling backwards. Mm.
I bet you if he go get evaluated, they will give him a SSI check upon and the reason being of his mental capabilities. I guarantee fucking friggin' it.
But you know what? Evidently, he has already been diagnosed with something because this former lady that's supposed to have his daughter said that he takes supposed to be taking this medication. He is like schizophrenic or something like that, allegedly.
And he might be. But a lot of schizophrenics self-medicate. Martell don't self-medicate. Martell did not, he don't drink. You can
Mm.
tell if he done had a glass of wine. Martell has always said, Mel said, Martell do not drink.
He didn't when he was with her. That's what she said. You're right. But
So,
after the fact, they said Marty was out there doing a little bit of everything. I'm just saying allegedly.
well, you know what? They say that. But then a lot of stuff they say, just like I said the other day in your chat, people, a lot of this stuff, y'all, if y'all just go back and verify, a lot of this is just hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
Because just like I say, if Dr. Damon got any babies out there until it's proven, But and you see Evelyn done made a mockery of that, right? She done grabbed some of the baby and said, y'all looking for the baby, here it is. Until that man proved just cause everybody hate Evelyn and now Dr. Damon gotta catch it straight.
Mm,
Heavenly did not know Dr. Damien till they got to college. Her and her sister did not even go to the same college. They was in med school. Her sister didn't go to med school. Dr. Damien did not know her sister.
mm,
But folk, they running with that's why they don't speak because her mother made a difference in them. Her sister Heavenly was fat. Her sister was not. Her mother let her sister have fun, go outside, have friends. The Heavenly said she had to sit in the room with one window, locked in her room. And she started growing animosity toward her sister from the way her mama made a difference in them.
mm.
And that
Miss.
would bother me too. Fat or not. You don't know what kind of psychological damage. She may be smart in the books, but Heavenly got some trauma. And that's probably
Mm-hmm.
why she lashed out like she do. Remember when they went to her hometown and she went in that house? She said, "This is the room my mama used to stay in."
I don't know what happened. Maybe Aunt Nettie got a phone call. Miss Marissa says, "Hey, Bush Campers, I need 30 of y'all to pop out, tap the screen. It don't cost a thing. Subscribe, support, $ G Strickland 8, super chat, super stickers, and then share the video. Thanks. Thank y'all." I think she got a phone call that came through. But yes, y'all, this is about to be a whole hot mess. Hey, Miss Shirley. She said, "Thank you, Aunt Nettie. People lying on Dr. Damien because they dislike Dr. Heavenly." Ooh,
Can you
Aunt
hear
Nettie,
me?
you yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me, G?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got a phone call. I let it
Hmm.
ring.
I
She
totally
is
did.
suffering from a lot of psychological damage her mother did to her. Can you imagine as a child, you sitting in there with a window watching kids and your sister outside playing, and you got to be locked
Mm-hmm.
up in that room?
Mm, 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 mm.
And if she couldn't take it out on her mama because that was her mama. But her
Yeah,
sister out enjoying life. Who you think she gonna have the animosity toward?
that sister.
Her sister. That's where
Mm-hmm.
they have not gotten along from childhood.
Mm,
But people want to make it seem like it was the Heavenly said when she met Dr. Damien, he had a girlfriend. She didn't know the woman. She asked him, was they serious? He said no, they were dating. So she wanted him and she went after him. She said, if I'd have knew the woman, I wouldn't have did it. But I didn't even know her. She
mm.
had said that herself. So it's no secret he had a woman.
Right.
And now they saying they paying the sister to keep quiet. I
Yeah, I
mean,
heard that too.
you don't you just like this character you see on TV so bad. Now you trying to damage this man's whole reputation. Just
Mm,
take it out on Heavenly.
mm,
I
mm,
can't
mm.
stand Simone, but I don't put her wrongdoing on Cecil.
Right.
Simone
Oh,
is y'all talk about Dr. Heavenly. Simone is sneaking with her shit. She way worse than Dr. Heavenly.
that.
I'm telling you, with her red rabbit teeth, bug bunny teeth looking ass.
Okay, all of that this good Sunday afternoon. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that they Hellish is making people say, a lot of stuff, and she want to say Dr. Damien ain't never cheated on her and all that kind of stuff. So people not liking
Now,
her. That's
what
how
the
they pop it
people,
out.
I'm gonna tell you something else. They keep saying Heavenly said she had the perfect marriage. That is not what that lady said. I'm gonna tell you verbatim what she said. She said our marriage is not perfect, but it's perfect for us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what they perfect is might not be what your perfect is.
Right.
But they take it. She claimed her marriage so perfect. That woman never said that. She
Mm-hmm.
said we don't have a perfect marriage, but it's perfect for us. See, they
Mm-hmm.
forget that part. When you tell the whole thing, and it take on a whole different meaning.
Yep. When somebody repeating stuff, they gonna add, subtract, multiply, divide, and then put it back together their way.
I'm like an elephant. I don't forget shit. And if you look back, most of what I done told you, if you go back and look at the tapes, don't it pan out to be like I said?
Mm-hmm.
I don't forget nothing.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And they talking
I
about
think it's more or less
Quad.
heavenly. Her mouth is what making people say stuff.
And then she has a lot of hurt and resentment. And she never could. She said she couldn't bring it in her heart to take it out on her mama. So she lashed out at other women for what she need. She never got the therapy she needed.
Mm.
That's her childhood trauma. And if she
Childhood
don't
trauma.
deal with it, it could destroy her.
Mm-hmm.
But Heavenly ain't doing no more than produce want her to do. They talk about she invited Apollo on the show. Well, about they know she know Phaedra didn't fool with Apollo. Well, why Phaedra bring him to the reunion the year before? Phaedra the first one brought him to the show. They forgot that, didn't they?
Evidently, they did.
They showed on that show where Heavenly called Phaedra. And Phaedra said, yeah, we know each other. Do what you want to do.
Mm.
So don't say they ambushed. He the one said that woman was not coming. So Heavenly did not know that woman was coming because he told her when she asked him that she was not coming. The only reason he brought her because his friend that Phaedra was with, which I think she paying, told her he was coming. He say, oh, she gonna bring him, I'm gonna bring Shireen. Now keep it a
Mm.
book. So don't say she ambushed you with Apollo because that's a lie. And they keep talking about that check. That second check went through. The first check bounced.
Ooh.
That Phaedra gave them for that charity.
Mm.
Keep it real. They just don't like Heavenly. So they just all and tell my mean girls, baby, how they forgot the shit Phaedra did on Roa.
Evidently, they did.
And the only reason Phaedra left like she did because she knew she was going back to Raw for 2 episodes. And believe me, if Candy had still been that bitch, you'd have been. I remember when you said Raw was the Titanic. An interviewer asked you, would you ever go back to Raw? And you said, why would I get on the Titanic? That's a sinking ship.
Mm.
You remember that interview?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Folks, forget that. Now, Mary Medicine ain't shit. Phaedra didn't bring nothing to Mary to Medicine. Absolutely nothing.
Mm. I think they just taking it all out on Heavenly, cause of her
Yeah,
mouth, and she goes
Phaedra,
too far.
Phaedra had a made up doctor put some man picture up there with a clown face on it. When folks weren't going for that, then she was into this holistic shit. Folks weren't going for that. Girl, bye. If Candace say she coming back to Roy today, Phaedra would not be back next season, okay?
Mm. I don't think she would though. I
I
just really
know
don't
it.
think.
That's
Mm.
reason she been wanting to come back to Roy. And they would and Candy was blocking it. But now it was the Titanic though. Remember Phaedra?
Mm-hmm.
I don't forget shit. When that interviewer, as she was in that interview, she dogged Roy out like she dogging out Married to Medicine tonight. But everybody putting it on the Married to Medicine girls, calling them orphans and shit. Going up for Phaedra. Phaedra ain't did nothing but lie from the time she hit our screen. She didn't know how many months pregnant she was. Bitch, you ain't gonna tell me no grown, overgrown, damn near 40-year-old woman don't know how many months pregnant she is.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the doctor for your checkup.
Mm.
She just didn't want folks to know she got pregnant before they got married. Like we can't count backwards. Bitch,
That part right there, yes, that part.
she lied about her age.
Mm.
Phaedra don't tell nothing. And Phaedra is surface level.
Mm. Well, she like the rest of the people. She figure if she can be up there and ride off of somebody else's back and get her check, that's what she gonna do.
But I do you, baby. But don't try to dog them other girls out when you the same way they is.
Mm,
That's all I'm saying.
mm.
If I'm a dog chasing my tail and you a dog chasing your tail, I can't talk about you because you caught your tail before I caught mine.
Mm-hmm.
You just beat me to the punch.
Lord, I tell you,
And
these TV
production got
shows.
that jet for Phaedra. Trust and believe.
They got what?
Production got that jet she left on.
Mm,
Baby, the fly from where? Key West to Atlanta in a private jet may cost $2,000. That's a short flight. Okay.
mm, mm.
It don't take you no time to drive from Atlanta to Florida, let alone fly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Come on, folks act like she really did just to go around the world. And she up in a private jet. I'm like,
Mm.
people.
Think, people, think. Put two and two together.
Baby, I don't know where they learn math at. I really don't. But it wasn't in elementary school, I tell you that.
They don't need to. They just be creating their own little story or whatever. Yes, that part.
I
Mm.
cannot like you and call you out on your bullshit. And I cannot like you and say when you right. And I can like you and call you out on your bullshit. I like Dr. Heaven because I know she all mouth. And
Mm-hmm.
she would tell you, I can't fight.
Yeah, she shot. God knows she say that all the time. I'm gonna get my ass beat, but it is what it is.
Yeah. And they come out, she got all that velvet call security. This woman done told you every season she can't fight.
That's what she said. Shirley says, Phaedra got her nerves calling somebody a mean girl. Mm, mm,
And they talk about Shamil and Portia's relationship. Candy is the reason Shamil and Portia's relationship got raggedy in the beginning. Folks want to know the truth, and they keep saying Portia didn't have. I don't care how much that man's family don't like Diane. You ain't gonna never make me believe that Portia's daddy had money, and when he died, he didn't leave his firstborn nothing. You ain't gonna make me believe that.
mm.
They say growing up, Portia and them had the money, and Shamil didn't.
Well, Shamil
They,
says that though.
huh?
Shamil have said that.
Yeah, but now the folks want to talk about Shamia always had the money. Portia always wanted what Shamia had. I just listened at him. And
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
tried to tell him, oh, his folks didn't like Miss Diane. He didn't leave Portia nothing. That didn't have nothing to do with his daughter. I don't care if his family don't like her mama. He loved his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So you gonna leave all your money to one daughter and not the other one? You ain't gonna make me believe that man did that. He
Mm-mm.
may have, but I don't believe it.
Mm. Well, yeah, they saying that Portia's a little upset because it's looking like Shamil has taken the spotlight from her.
I, I just don't think the Mia gonna be that it girl this year. I think she gonna be a one hit wonder. She talking about she don't like to talk about what she have. First thing came out of your mouth. My house is a $9 million house, the second highest house sold in Atlanta that year.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Miss Candy, she says the ratings were down on the second Raw show. Yeah, I saw that. Miss Maria says Gene Hackman left nothing to his children.
But he did, but to his children, he didn't separate them. He didn't leave one everything and the rest of them nothing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Juice and T, she says happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday to you.
And his children was well grown when he died.
Mm-hmm.
Portia now wasn't fully grown when they daddy died. He had changed his will to his wife.
Miss Candy said Bill Gates is not leaving anything to his kids either. Ain't that something?
Uh, to his kids. Still, he including them all.
Mm.
I said one in and one out. See, people don't comprehend what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. You saying he ain't gonna just leave one child some money and not leave the other
He ain't gonna
child?
leave everything to one and the
Right, I
other
got
one
you.
zilch.
Miss Maria says he left nothing to the children and everything to his second wife.
And
Ooh.
she died first. Jeanette.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
not everything go. But they say his children have been estranged from him for years. They didn't come around him for some reason. The man had been dead how long and they hadn't checked on him.
But they saying that all this money is going to the state, but the children, I think they're gonna fight for it though.
Somebody now it's supposed to be going to charities, different
Yeah.
charities.
Mm.
But when you fight for stuff like that, they might well go and let the charities have it because them lawyers gonna eat up all the damn money.
That
That
part
shit can
right there.
stay in court for 30 years.
Miss Candy said the kids can contest the will. Ooh.
They can, but look, that it can stay in court for over 30 years, and when the lawyers get through with it, they might have $100 a piece. But see,
That
they
ain't gonna do
different from
no
me because if
good.
you didn't want me to have it, I fuck it. I live without it this long.
Well, yeah, that's true. She says right on there. The Candy says, that is so true.
Baby,
But
when
ain't
you
no.
try to fight a will on the state, that shit can stay in court 30 years or longer. Till the lawyers then ate all the money up. And then they'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you when ain't no more money. Oh, we ain't
Mm-hmm.
got no case. You ain't
And,
got
and
no money. We ain't got no case.
so they do that. In other words, don't nobody win but the lawyers.
Nah, that's right.
The lawyers end up with the money.
That's right.
Maria says that Candy, if Hackman did have uh, dementia, the children probably have a case. Possibility.
But it depends on when he did it. Did he have dementia when the will was executed?
Mm, I
Now,
don't
if
know.
he did it while he had dementia, they got a case.
Yeah, yeah, that is
But if
true.
he did it before he was diagnosed with dementia, they ain't got shit but some lawyer fees adding up.
Miss Candy says he left a will. The law recognizes the will. Mm. Well, we know these folks here. They gonna do everything in their power to try to get what they saying is rightfully theirs.
I know one some I forget who that was famous. He left his money for whoever took care of his pets.
Mm. Mm. Miss Maria says they might not know when dementia actually kicked in.
I
Yeah,
said
that's
the
true too.
diagnosis. The diagnose because that will say in my sound mind.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was did before he was diagnosed, medically diagnosed, they got to prove he had dementia.
Mm. Mm. Hey, Be Good. She says, hey, G Squad, Aunt Nettie and chat. Aunt Nettie is right. My mama been fighting and estate for 10 years. The attorneys are winning. Yeah. Yeah. That's who went end up with the money.
Girl, I'm telling you.
So in other words, everybody gets played except for the attorney. Of
And
course
if
they
the
gotta jump
two
on it.
finally get settled, if it's more than two of them, they might wind up with $1,000 a piece.
Mm.
And
Miss
the
Candy.
lawyers that got, cause most likely everybody got their own lawyer.
Yeah.
Each child got their own lawyer, then that state got a lawyer. And ain't
Mm-hmm.
nobody getting paid but them lawyers. Cause the lawyer gonna get paid out of it. Trust and believe.
Miss Candy says typically a lawyer would not allow a patient to consent to a will if not competent. Yeah.
But let me tell you something. A lawyer don't always have to be present. All have to be present as a notary republic, and a witness. Catch that tea.
Not catch that tea. You was too much
You
about to
can be
catch that tea.
bedridden and call a notary to your house and have a witness and do a will and have them to do it and put that notary seal on that, and that is
Mm-hmm.
binding in court.
Mm.
It has been done.
Yeah, yeah. Miss Candy says, I'm a provider and I get patients to complete living will all of the time. My chaplains notarize them. Ooh.
What I just tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna learn. Listen to me. Look, this some 69-year-old wisdom talking to y'all.
I know you is a mess. I cannot with you.
If you ain't got but $5,000 and got more than one child, the best thing to do is make a will now. Cause baby, they will fall out over $5,000.
Yes. You didn't know that. Mm. Well, hopefully they get it squared
You
away and
know, I
settled.
am so Lord. Let me tell you something. I got plenty nieces and nephews. When my mama died, I told
Mm-hmm.
my sister, I said, I'm gonna go in to get me a senior apartment. She said, what for? I said, girl, ain't gonna be no arguing and fighting over this house. She said, what is you talking about? Everybody that came to the conclusion, this is yours. You was here taking care of mama. Where are you going? What are you talking about?
Mm.
I was blessed, no argument. Not one person say, well, I'm looking for somewhere to stay and I got kids. I need that 3 bedroom. Not one. Do you hear me?
Mm.
They had already got together, my nieces and nephews and everybody, and
Oh,
came to the conclusion that I should have it.
that's a blessing. Natty, listen at this. Miss Candy says, I've had a family ask me, could they take the gold teeth out of the man's mouth so they could pawn it?
I ain't surprised. And let me tell you something.
That is not shocking in this day and time, but I'm just like, what?
Let me tell you something. I know this woman. She took care of this man. She was with this man. His children would not come to see this man. When he got sick, she called them. They didn't come to the hospital. When they told her, you take good care of him, we trust you. When he went on hospice, she took care of that man. Baby, when that man died,
Mm.
his ex-wife was one of my church members. When that man died, her and her children went over there the same day and told her she had 24 hours to get her shit together and get up out that house. And they all lived in the same city.
Mm. Lord, I tell you.
They wouldn't even go get their dad a drink of water.
What?
They put that woman up out of that house. That woman had been with that man over 20 years.
Well, Natty, what did the man do to the cheerers now?
That man ain't did none of them children's.
Mm. Mm. Miss
When he
Candy said
was
it was
up
after
and
he
working,
passed away.
when he was up and working and able to get them money, when they went over there, grown children, grown women with men's and
Mm-hmm.
sons with children's, when they
Mm-hmm.
needed something, they could go to dad and get it in a day of the damn week.
Mm. Mm. Lord.
And it wasn't like him and their mama wasn't divorced and he got a woman. They was divorced when he got with that woman.
Mm.
They was divorced for years, for 2 years, in fact, before he got with that woman.
Mm. Mm.
And they had recently, I mean, that house had, I think it had been paid off about a year. And he got it. He paid most of the down payment on it when he got it. They told her she had 24 hours to pack her shit. This was their words. You got 24 hours to pack your shit and get the fuck out my daddy's house.
Diet. Miss Candy says typically in every family there is only one person there for everything, and the other family members are like seagulls. Swoop down when there is something to get. Ooh, we all got them. Everybody got them, y'all.
That's when look, G,
Everybody
I
got
didn't got
them.
no arguing. I didn't want nothing. I told my sister we hadn't even made the funeral arrangement. I said I'm finna go and start putting in application. She said for what? I said for some senior housing. I won't have to pay that much rent. So I can find me something pretty quick. She said senior housing. What for? I said so I can move. I'm thinking she got grandkids with kids that still living with the mama. Well, her mama help her with them because she working, and one of her kids is autistic, and he won't stay with certain people. He getting better now. He's 7. But I didn't want no arguments, no problems. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
say, girl. She say before Mama died, we had already had a meeting and came to the conclusion anything happened to Mama, this is yours.
Mm.
You quit your job to take care of Mama. This is yours.
Mm.
And ain't now one of them said a word. Ain't now one of them say, well, can we come? And they can if they want to. Well, can we come and stay with you? Ain't now one of them said that either.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
said, Lord, thank you.
that
Because
was a.
normally, baby,
Mm-hmm.
especially black families where we ain't got a whole lot of nothing, no way.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, it be the worst shit. I done seen them fight over a pair. Mama told me I could have these pair of socks. Daddy told me I could have this hammer. Any little thing.
Any little thing. Our people. No, I ain't gonna say just our people,
Now,
I ain't gonna say that. Miss
well,
Gabriel
the
said that
rest of
Candy.
'em be
Oh my
fighting
God.
over money. A lot of us ain't got a whole lot of money to fight over.
That's true
Ain't got to
too.
find something. I just hope George Foreman left enough for all 4 of them Georges he got.
300 million on Natty.
Girl, that's enough to start a massacre in a family.
On Natty, he had more than what you talking about for? He had 12 kids and
But
15
I know
grandkids.
Foreman was named George.
Oh, okay.
He had 4 Georges.
Mm,
I think they all had the same mama. They all had different middle names. I said,
mm.
"Yeah, that woman she loved that man because you wouldn't have never fucked up my kids like that.
Why you say he messed him up?
All 4 of them got the same name. You didn't know that?
I didn't know he had Georges. I did. But maybe they just, called each one of them by their middle name.
Girl, you wouldn't have fucked my kids up like that. What's your name, George? Well, what's your mama name? Susie. What's your name, George? My mama name Susie. We got the same mama. Your name George. We got the same mama. Girl, shit. No way in hell.
Oh, mm, 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 mm. Lord, I tell
I
you,
always
rest in
thought he
peace.
was boxing. He got hit in the head one time too many.
Who that? George. I
Before
know.
he had
Yeah.
name all them kids the same damn thing.
Oh, I don't know what that could have been behind all of that. Why? You know.
You ain't
Mm,
gonna look. You ain't gonna get me to do that to my kids.
mm, 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 mm. Maybe it was just the love. The love.
Girl, look.
He
That's
Miss Candy
stupidity.
said, our daddy Miss Candy said he wanted his legacy to live on and on and on and on.
What?
Miss Maria says Foreman's eldest son looks exactly like Foreman did when he was in the Olympics. Mm,
Sure do.
mm.
But I'm saying,
Wow.
I hope he was smart enough to specify how much he wanted each one to get. That's what I'm.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because,
Um,
baby.
And be fair with it. Everybody get half or whatever.
Cause not what sometimes you can't do that. Cause you may have one that's got sense enough to do this. You may have one. If you give him $10 million, he gonna blow all 10 in 3 months. Well, you
Mm,
might have another. He gonna invest. You have to ish it out accordingly, cause you know your damn children.
yeah.
Now I ain't saying be foolish with it.
Yeah, that's true. But Nat, if he left him that kind of money, he'd go out there and blow it. That's on him. Don't come back over here. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Too grown for that.
I know that's right. But sometimes you have to know your children too. Thank God I ain't got but one bio child. So
Mm.
he ain't got to fight over whether I have $5 or 5,000 this year.
You ain't got number one child on that.
But one I had two. My oldest is deceased.
Oh, sorry about
I
that.
got some
But-
bonus children, but I got one biological.
Mm. Miss Maria says I got to see Big George at a boxing match. Child, he stood up and the room got dark. He was huge. His hands were so big they looked like catcher's mitts.
Baby, I wore my Joy Foreman grill out. I bet they finished put some more out on me, Mark. They ain't
Yeah,
got rid of the protocol.
I told him on that. I think everybody has a George Foreman grill. I
I
just feel,
have, girl, I wore mine out. I used,
yes.
baby, it got plenty of use.
Mm. Yeah, I loved it that grill though.
Yeah.
Rabbit Runner says I only have one child too. Oh, okay. Look at y'all. Um, my sister had one. I got two. My oldest sister, she had three. My oldest brother had one, and my baby brother got about 14.
My oldest sister had six. My second oldest had one. My oldest brother had four. My second oldest brother had four. My next brother had one. My next sister had four. My next sister had four. I had two. My brother under me got four. The next brother got four. And the baby brother had two.
Mm,
But my daddy was the only child, and there was 12 of us.
mm.
He
Me-
he said he'd hate it. He said I had plenty of cousins. He said, but I always wanted a sibling. He said, and I used to pray. If I ever have children, I want to have a house full. I was a
mm,
kid. I looked at my dad. I said, that teach me one thing, Daddy. He say, what? I say, be careful what you pray for, because you sure gonna get it.
mm, mm.
Now, my
Wow.
mama was the oldest of five
Mm.
and was the last one living.
Aw.
She was the oldest born and the last one to live.
Mm, 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 mm. Miss Maria says my George Foreman grill is on my counter right now. I love it. I think that's my third one. Yeah, I love them grills, though. For real.
If I can find me one, I'm gonna give me a nugget, cause baby, oh, you could grill some steaks and burgers on that thing.
Yes, yes. Have grill food year round if you like it.
Yeah, man.
Miss Maria says my older sister has three. I have one. My younger sister has zero. My brother has one. Uh. Ain't nothing wrong with some bonus kids.
Oh no,
Uh,
my
on
bonus
that.
is just like my kids.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, on that, we waiting on the showdown. All I know, girl.
Girl, I can't wait. It's gonna pop. I might even go in as soon as it hit my feet. I want it to drag all the best of my mud off the bottom of those.
I I don't know why she chose to do that because you remember when he used to call her phone and hang up and say "bop bop baluda" or whatever, "tutti
Yeah.
frutti," all that mess he was doing, and he said she had no idea where I got her phone number from, and he was doing the same thing to Tisha and Martha. They didn't know where he got their number from. Oh my God. Mm.
She gave her number out on the live one night on her Instagram live before she got YouTube.
Oh
She's so
really?
dumb.
I don't know if that's where he got it from or not, but he was saying at that time, he knew they didn't know how he got their number, but he sure had it. Cause he called while he was on live one
I
night.
know. Baby, she in for a dragon, baby. All that best my mud finna come up off of her.
Mm.
You know she live across the street from the cemetery.
Oh,
Girl,
mm,
I
mm.
don't know. That's what they say.
I
I know her
think I heard her
furniture.
say that on that. I think I heard her say that one time. I
I
think
know
I
that
did.
niece she had on that other Kiki niece she had. That girl looked like she had came straight up out the cemetery with that makeup
Ooh,
on.
ooh, Aunt Natty, what was that? Oh, she like to
Baby,
scare me to death that day. Aunt Natty, that child ain't been back on that YouTube since.
she got drugged. Hell,
they said, what is that?
that
What
girl
is
looked like
that?
she came straight up out one of them caskets.
She was casket ready. That's all I know to say. Now
And,
that chick was casket ready.
and I don't care what you say. One the living room double as a funeral parlor when they have funerals. Look at that furniture.
I seen the furniture. I did. It do look just like that. Miss Maria said, is that why she was always talking about all the rooms she has out back?
Well, you know, one time she was talking about she could bury you in her backyard. Remember?
God knows she did. That what she said.
Live from by the cemetery.
That what she said. Hmm. She better be careful about all this foolishness that be coming out her mouth now. For real.
That cut on her lip ain't stopped her yet. Somebody gonna knock them dentures out one day.
She said something about that cut on her lip too the other day. She did. She said she only got one cut and she fell out and went to laughing. Maria said that secured the absolute mess out of me. That scared the absolute mess out of me.
Girl,
I couldn't even hold back and listen to what was being said.
I say, God damn, this she done dug up the ghost from Christmas past.
Natty, I don't know where that child came from.
Well,
Oh my God, when she hit that camera, Lord, you almost ran away. You were like, what is that?
look,
They were saying she was a trans and all kinds of stuff. I don't know if that was really a he or she, y'all. I really don't
I
know.
don't know what it was, but it looked like it had been dead for about 30 years.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Mm. Well, that was her first and last entrance. How about that? I think she was over there helping her with her TikTok or something. She was doing for Wanda that day.
Oh, she was over there helping keep up shit.
Yeah, maybe so because somebody was coming after Wanda and something, but they ended up dragging that whatever. I don't know who that was. I don't know. I see how come that girl, what you call it, Midnight ain't never had her on the show with her. Goodness gracious. Woo, y'all, that was a hot mess that night. Mm,
Midnight don't want nobody to outshine her. And the thing about it is, if Midnight's inside looked was half of what her outside is, she's an attractive woman on the outside. But she's strictly her mammy through and through on the inside. Wanda
yeah,
is not an ugly woman physically,
she's not.
but her ways make her look like hell on wheels. Baby, let me tell you something. I won't go to jail for Wanda. We the same in the same damn age category. If I know, but her mind ain't right either. They might still get me for hitting the disabled.
Mm,
But baby, I told Wanda one time, you talk all that shit. If I met you in the street, you wouldn't say shit to me.
You, Natty, you know better than that. Miss
I
Maria says,
told her to get. I told her what kind of fixing to get to keep her teeth from slipping. She talking about them ain't false teeth. I said, baby, them false teeth, I wear them. They slipping. I know what they doing.
uh,
She didn't block me for none of that. The minute I said you could put Midnight George's whole house in that room in St. Thomas, bitch got mad and blocked me.
mm,
Cause I can't. You don't come for my daughter.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said she live in that little old shack across the street from the 7-Eleven on the side of the highway. I talked about this. She blocked me real fast, baby.
Oh my God. Hey, beautiful butterfly. Welcome. Miss Maria says, I threw my phone down and ran out the room. I did 2 shots of Crown behind sin. Oh, Natty said the girl look like she been dead for 30 years. I
She do.
said,
My God Almighty. And she thought she was looking good. That's the bad part. All up in the cameras.
mm-hmm. Mm, 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 mm. I'm just so happy that Wanda has not did that to us again, y'all, because she didn't say trigger warning. We were nobody was prepared. Beautiful butterfly says hello, everyone. Y'all please hit the like button for me. Don't forget to share the video. But yeah, she did not. I'm glad she didn't scare us like that no more. The Lord have mercy. I
Girl,
couldn't
I thought I
move.
was going to have to call 911. I
I know
started
I
having
couldn't
heart
move
palpitations.
because I was trying to figure out what she was. I said, wait a minute, what is this?
I started having heart palpitations. I'm telling you.
You didn't have to call the 9 and the 11, did you?
No, but I thought I was.
Mm, 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 mm. One ought to been shaming herself. I don't know why she think Tisha so much more than what she is. I think she called herself trying to handle whatever people say about Tisha, trying to make up for lost times or something. Wanda, you
Well,
cannot
she,
get that time back. It's gone.
Jesus' grandmama raised her too. Wanda was never a mother there for her. She was out hoeing.
Mm,
So now she trying to make up for that time when she should have been there protecting her as a child. She's
mm-hmm,
trying to do it as a grown woman. That's a grown ass woman with a damn near grown ass child. Every
mm-hmm,
tub need to stand on their own bottom. If that bitch can run her mouth and talk her shit, she need to be able to stand on 10 toes down behind it. Now, if it's more than one at your daughter, that's so. Then you do what you gotta do. But long as it's on one more person,
mm-hmm.
you sit back and let your daughter handle her. She from Bessemer. You keep
Shoot.
saying don't underestimate her. You don't never
Yep,
give us a chance to see what she working with. Hell.
that part. And then they talking about she went down there to the good Atlanta talking about somebody bust your windows out your car, or
She,
allegedly.
well, she did. They didn't say nobody was in the car, though, did they? They just said
Mm-hmm.
she busted the windows out the car. That's a different than busting somebody's ass and busting windows, right? Come on now. The car
Oh
could
my
have been
God.
parked in front of the house. It was probably a shark, baby shark's teeth. She busted the windows out because she knew she was going to have to put them back in anyway. That
Beautiful
was her
butterfly
car.
says, I love you both, and these YouTube streets need y'all because it's been dead, not dead. And the girl is about to get rowdy in just a day or so. You just hold on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look, LGB, here he come.
He about to come out. He about to come out. He gonna get her. Y'all know I'm gonna have to check over there before I go to sleep tonight because inquiry minds gonna want to know that part
Oh,
right there.
he gonna get her.
Mm.
He probably got a thumbnail up now.
I don't know what made that lady do that. Oh my God, that was not. Mm. We don't feel no ways tired about it. How about that?
No way, stop.
None.
I don't feel no way, stop.
Well, on that, I got a question for you. Now, She called herself setting him up for what he said about her niece. Well, what about I don't feel no ways tired?
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with what he said. What about
Oh,
herself? You
well, yeah.
said no, 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 no. Forget about what FD said. Forget about what LGB said. Before any of them said anything, you did an interview with Scotty by Nature.
Ooh,
You got on that interview and you said, Joe, that she supposed been AB'd at birth. She was
mm,
never supposed to have been here.
mm,
You said that, Wanda.
mm-hmm,
You can't get no lower than that. You say her granddaddy wanted her mama's daddy wanted her mama to get an AB. That man said that never came out of his mouth because they didn't believe in that.
mm-hmm,
You mad because they came from a better set of family than you did. That's all. You mad because I see why her granddaddy didn't want her over across the tracks with y'all.
mm-hmm. And she mad too because her niece was getting a bigger fan base than her daughter. Her niece was outshining her
Maybe
daughter.
this was way before TV. That animosity started way
Yeah,
before
yeah,
TV.
yeah, yeah, way back
That
then.
was
Absolutely.
deep rooted.
Mm-hmm.
She was mad because cause she talking about Connie was sneaking in her brother Wanda. Hell, you and Connie the same age
Mm-hmm.
around. And Tish and Kiki was just a couple of months apart. How you gonna call her a fast start hoe when you had yours the same damn way, hoe?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, let's call a spade a spade.
I
Both of
tell you,
y'all was too young, and both of y'all was fast. And Connie said, "Yeah, I was fast. I was sneaking over there because he was like the forbidden fruit, and I was in
mm-hmm,
love with him at a young age. She thought she was in love.
mm-hmm,
When she got pregnant, her daddy found out. He
mm,
said, "No, no, no, you ain't going back over there." And he didn't let Kiki go over there because he knew, and maybe not the dad, because the daddy came on YouTube with Kiki. And he said, "I've always been there for my daughter. I don't know what." When he said Wanda came back and told him she was more fun, Wanda went to Washington and said they was finna put her face up there on the monument because she was more famous than Martin Luther King. He said, "You know something wrong with your auntie." He said it. He say, "I don't pay my sister no attention. She told me she was more famous than Martin Luther King." So they tell y'all something right there. So when Wanda was
absolutely.
when what that people kept saying, why didn't her daddy stop her? That man say he done talked to Wanda. It is no talk. Wanda gonna do whatever Wanda wanna do. He was letting her know Wanda had a mental problem.
Mm. Well, you know what? She could have a mental problem, but if that was my daughter that was gone away from this here good world, and one of them running that mile, Lord, it'd have took out the whole police department to keep me from getting to her, cause I'd have been
But
riding
you
all
know
night
what?
till I got
The
to
way
her.
that man talked, and Wanda even said that her sisters told her to stop talking about Kiki. But
Yep.
they can't tell me what to do.
Mm-hmm.
People have learned over the years, I think, people that really know Wanda don't listen to her.
Mm.
And they think that we done came to the same conclusion. This bitch is batshit crazy.
Mm.
You put the bird brain in her ass and she'll fly backwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miss Maria. She says Kiki Daddy said the family don't F with her because she's always been an it starter, starting stuff and can't finish it. Running that mouth, just running that mouth. She
Yeah.
must try to get a whole lot of people hurt.
When she be
Somebody.
saying that they all be around, come to her house and she do all the parties, you always see her going to the party, but she don't never go live going where they at, but she don't never go live when she get there, do she? Think about it. She in the car going. She didn't even go to the cemetery, her mama's grave site the same day as the rest of the family. Remember? She said they came yesterday. I'm going today.
Mm.
Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's bad.
It sounds like they don't want to be around her.
They don't. That man
Mm-hmm.
said, Kiki, you ought to know your auntie by now.
Mm.
He said, we have all. She said on her YouTube, my sister told me don't. That was long before Kiki died. My sister told me don't say nothing about her. But I'm gonna talk about the bit little bitch. They can't
Mm-hmm.
stop me. So
Mm,
not only did her daddy tell her to shut the hell up, Kiki's other aunts had told her to shut the hell up.
mm-hmm.
She just
Mm-hmm.
won't.
Mm-hmm. She
And
she
after
she don't
all them
realize when
deaths
she go
back
too
to
far.
back, after all them deaths back to back, that bitch still didn't learn nothing.
Mm-hmm. God knows they did. Sexy Diva said the wildebeest lie soon as her razor mouth open. Well, the wildebeest better get ready. She better be ready to march down because it's coming. He's coming for you, girl.
I want him to have that bitch crawling, walking the back streets of Bessemer, drinking monkey shoulder out of the bottle and crying
Mm.
like the drunk that she is.
Oh my God. Mm.
She ain't
Yeah.
blocked me off of YouTube yet, baby. And she ain't got niece and Marcella the mom for her no more. Baby,
Mm-hmm.
when she come back on, I might go over there and wreak havoc on her ass.
Mm. Mm. I don't think she thought about that on Natty, or when they let. Mm. Lord have mercy. Mm. Sexy Diva says yes at Aunt Natty. Me too.
Baby, because she can't stand me, y'all. She can't stand me.
Aunt Natty. No, Miss Faces, I remember that. Oh Lord. Whew, y'all. Mm.
I would get in her chat, baby. I'd be telling her, I said, you too old to be so damn ignorant.
She cussed you out too, did she?
Ignore me. She wouldn't even read my comments.
Mm, mm,
She
mm, mm.
see 'em, she wouldn't read them. I tell her, girl, you're an embarrassment to all senior citizens. Somebody sent videos of her to her grandchildren's school, and now the kids laughing at. Now I think that's wrong. Cause
Oh,
those
no, they
grandkids
didn't.
ain't got shit to do with this. Leave the kids out the bullshit. Just like I said, leave male kids out, leave Tisha kids
Mm-hmm.
out. Those kids are not involved in this grown folk shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they say somebody said in somebody chat that somebody has sent the videos of how she be talking and clowning over to the school, and
Mm-hmm.
some of the other kids, some of the kids' classmates have seen it, and they making fun of the kid because of their grandmama. I think that's wrong. Now I
Yeah, but
call it out. I can't stand Wanda's flat foot line, loose teeth talking, finger wave having 27 piece weighing ass.
not all of
Ugh.
that. Not all of that. Miss Candy says her daughter and son does not like being on camera. I know they don't, Miss Candy, but she trying to get them to be on camera. I guess she called herself them helping her, or whatever. I don't know, but it's not working. They should have
Now
paid
she
attention to
talking
the
about
blueprint.
she talking about Midnight Train
Yeah,
Georgia.
uh-huh. She talking about her Tisha kids. Mm-hmm.
Girl, that little girl she had on live. They was in the car and went to Chick-fil-A. And she was trying to order the girl to drink. She couldn't say it. The poor baby said, that's all right, grandma. Just give me some water. The baby was so embarrassed. She said, that's all right. Just give me some water.
Oh my God. Miss Sexy says her friends, they fighting each other. Yes, her old friends. Ooh. Mm. All them folks up there getting ready to drag her for filth, y'all, for real.
This my pastor trying to call me. I'm gonna have to drop out, y'all.
All right, Aunt Natty, I love you. I said I was going to be up here about an hour. I'm up here almost another 2 hours here.
All right, baby. Love y'all.
Love you too. See you later. Oh my goodness. Miss Faith, you is a mess. Y'all, we waiting. We waiting to see what's getting ready to pop off. Don't know when it's gonna pop off, but I just really believe that old girl is in trouble. Mm, 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 mm. I think all them folks gonna come for her head. They is y'all, cause she done told one something. She done told somebody else something about somebody else that was in that clique. So it's about to be a whole hot mess. That part right there. Mm. But anywho and anyhow, now, Miss Maria, you ain't got the popcorn. Miss Maria said she got her popcorn ready. Girl, I'm gonna have mine ready too, and my cold Pepsi, and I'm just gonna be in the bushes listening. Miss Maria to myself, oh well, sorry, not sorry. I hear you, Dr. Hellish. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, you gonna sit there, but you ain't gonna take it back. Okay. hmm It's all good. But anywho and anyhow, y'all, I'm coming up here to holler at y'all good people. And your girl getting ready to get herself ready for Monday. But anyway, and anywho, y'all make sure y'all hit that good like button on your way out if you didn't hit it on your way in. I love y'all so much. Y'all have a good Sunday afternoon because it's about time for Roa to come on too. So yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye.